really excited about this new book. This is Grant's latest new book, UFO Sky Pilots.
This is one of the most important books I think I've released, because now you can't really talk. So somebody comes up now and says they flew the craft. It doesn't mean anything because now it's in the public. This was never in the public. Nobody knew about people flying the craft. So I think that's why it's so important that I got these people and kept it all secret until I had enough people and then went public with it. Now it doesn't really mean anything if you say fly the craft, because it was not known when I was doing this book. People never heard of it.
Wow. Thank you, Grant. Always appreciate you. I'm glad you're back in the public eye, because you know, we need the intelligence and we need that spiritual perspective if we're going to make any progress in this field, because it's obviously not nuts and bolts, which is what you've been talking about since 2012.
I appreciate the work you've done and the people you've interviewed, and let's keep working together and do it again, and then next life we'll come back and do it again.
All right.
And when it comes to the book, you can't look at that book and believe these stories are real and not realize the importance of consciousness. This absolutely says you've got to look at consciousness. This could be a massive key to when you look at a UFO now. You're not going to see a metal thing. You're going to be wondering, like, is it alive? And the whole concept changes. And the idea of consciousness is fundamental to this whole story. And so to me, it's a big changer for me in terms of the way I saw it. And because I said when I first heard it, I thought I was going to throw her out of the house. I thought she was insane. I had never heard anything like it in my life. But then people started coming. So hopefully we'll do it, and then we'll do the Apport book down the road. We'll have a little chat about that, because that's another important story that I'm trying to put out that has not really been told. And piece by piece, we're putting it together. And it's like, as I said, we are the ones we've been waiting for. And in terms of the military and all this other stuff, you go to the old Pogo cartoon, we have met the enemy and he is us. The idea that we have this separation idea and we want to go to war, but we got to realize we are one. We are all one with the universe. And you and I are some of the few people that are actually pushing the edge of this thing. You've been on the edge longer than I have, I think, pushing this issue. And I think we just keep doing it, and that's all we can do. Do the best you can. You're on the Super Bowl field, and when it's all over, as Michael Newton said, because he did the 7,000 regressions, and he said everybody that went in front of this panel, where he said they all had the same answer when he said, how is it? And he said everybody said the same thing. I could have done better. Oh, I forgot to do this, I forgot to do that. So I think you and I will have forgotten to do some stuff, but I appreciate you for the work you've done over all the years.
Oh, thanks. That's really nice coming from you, because you're one of the leaders in the field. And I'm excited about, this was a step for you. What else is going to unfold that will just blow our minds? That at first we say, no, that's impossible. And then we say, well, maybe, it's like we have to integrate it. And then it's like we bring it out and say, yeah, this is the next level. So I'm excited about the unknown.
Yeah, that's the way. And it's like an exciting movie. That's the idea we have your ups and downs and go round and round and all this kind of stuff. But it's like a movie, and the more it's like God is watching the movie and he wants it exciting. He wants the ups and downs, and you're up against you and I are up against this world that believes in materialism, and we're fighting against materialism, and we're trying to win, and then we get taken down, and then we fight back, and in the end we win the movie. That's what God's we're looking for in a movie. He wants it exciting. It's a challenge. Otherwise, it's like sitting there and watching, somebody sit there and drink Mai Tais on the side of a beach in Miami. It's like crazy.
It's a never-ending story. I mean, there's no winning. It's just a progression into who knows what.
Well, we're moving ahead. Yeah, we're shifting it ahead. We're evolving in terms of the universe is evolving, getting more complex, and we are evolving and getting more complex. And we are more. You can't blame the people at the bottom, because if I hadn't had the experiences I had, I'd be just as stupid as everybody else. Because we have these experiences, and then you do what you can with it. So I don't I don't get angry at people who don't get it, because everybody's at their own level. The message is not for everybody, but when you have the message, the onus is on you and I to do what we can to get it out. And if we believe it's right, and hopefully that moves the ball down the field and gets closer to a more evolved thing that can move to the 5th generation or whatever is going to happen. Really doesn't matter what happens. It just matters what you and I do here now and in the present. And so thank you.
Right. I agree that we keep moving the ball down the field and the goalposts keep moving, but that's okay. We'll catch up.
Yeah.
Well,
Once we get it figured out, we'll come back and do it again.
let's say we get off the wheel and just see it from the big picture. We're figuring this all out, but you're right. This is the most exciting thing any intelligent person could think about. That's what I feel. It is.
And